All right, now I start the hard drive from the beginning on part 2 of my stream today, which of course I didn't start the hard drive at the beginning of the first half, which meant the first couple songs I was like, hopefully they don't get DMCA'd struck, and when I ignite it up on Twitch, it'll be there for you to review with me. So that's what I'm hoping for. All right, so thank you for hanging out. Had to clear myself a little bit. Let's go ahead and hit a couple donos right now. Next up is LC Yeen. You know who LC is, don't you guys? It's Lisa B. Lisa Wolf. All right. So here we go, guys. Excuse me. Lisa wants us to listen to a band artist cluster. So you want eclectic and abstract, you say. Cluster is one of my favorites, proto-drone metal bands. Another group from Germany in the 70s. This album, Cluster's second, came out in 1972. And while I can't give a direct line from this modern drone metal, anyone familiar with the band Earth, who are considered the founders of drone metal, can easily hear how you get from Cluster to Earth to Sun, which started as an Earth tribute band. I have mentioned a few times how sludge, stoner, and drone metal came out of space rock. You see, this is just like subgenres that I'm still dipping into. And this is a perfect example of how space rock branched into drone metal. Hope this is abstract enough for you. Yes, because I did put that out there, right? Abstract. So, Elise, how are you? I hope you're doing well. This is the band Cluster, and the name of the song is I'm Süden. Let's go for Lisa Wolf. I love the good old sound of musicians in the studio and going. It's one of those tracks that you slowly ooze yourself into. This is kind of like what it feels like for me coming onto an edible. This slow glide. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what it seems like. Hey, Banana Bread. You know, there's unique magic to this that I could never, ever get. Because my brain would not allow something to last longer than 4, maybe 8 measures before I have to hear some kind of change. You know, there's got to be some kind of magic to these musicians that say, let's just glide. Let it go. Grateful Dead style, Fish, and all the rest of the drone metal guys and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I keep muting my mic on and off because I don't want to cough into it. I said I fixed the form issue. I can see everybody now. You know what I like is there's an emphasis on just dicking around with like that Leslie vibe, giving us a little spin in this journey. Could have used a different word than that, sorry. We have any kids in the background? It said sticking. I feel like I'm getting my bio-neuron system reset between the listen that I had with Ginger and this. No? Yeah? Doesn't it? Yeah? Yeah, that's audio chiropractic sesh. Okay, thumbnail. You know, Milkwire, I could do a long session like this, but it would have to be in headsets for me. So it would be that submersive, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a little trippy right here. Yeah, it's good tension here. Lisa Wolf, what does this lean more in on in those subgenres you were talking about? A little bit more droney in the metal area, or what's your, if you were to put this in a salad, what would be the highest amount of what genre would you consider this? Drone, okay. Now the stability of the track is changing. Because a couple of the things that we kind of keyed on as the zip line of a pattern is fading. It's 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 fading. but in a trippy way. Like, this is like 2 grams of mushrooms versus 1. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I heard. It might feel like. Allegedly. Well, that's a good way to put it, Judgment. I like how you put that there. Convergent and divergent evolutions. Kind of reminds me of the last video I just put out on my Positive Wave channel called the Awareness Trap. Lisa, I really dig this track. And for those who could sit here and listen and just glide with it, I get it. I just put in the YouTube link for this, for those who are asking. Yeah, you know what, Lisa, you're so right. This is so far ahead, like beyond Floyd and stuff like that, and different genres and stuff. But the headiness this creates. I know, right? We're that old, bro. And remember, a lot of the stuff that's happening percussively with the filters and stuff are being done manually. You know, these aren't presets that are, you know, getting to ramp off and stuff like that. That's another thing that makes this extraordinary. I mean, that's a really good point you brought up there. That, I mean, I drifted away from the fact that this was 1972. And this kind of reminds me, in its odd way, a little bit like Ginger's listen, in the sense that music in so many different variations, when done, not of course, not everybody likes this, right? Not everybody likes all the music that comes through here. But for those of us who enjoy this kind of a journey, no matter how you write the music, it could be all digital, it could be partial, it could be hybrid, it could be what we just heard, everything. There's just something that sometimes somebody just hits the magic dial. Just, you know, all the right arrangements seem to just kind of tie in. Of the 1,000 arrangements that were released that year of the same particular style, one seems to stick out. This is one that just like, it seems almost meditative. I don't know if that's fair to say. But in a very kind of like, If I was riffing about nihilism, I'm just saying, you know, that kind of thing. You know, yeah, exactly, Amon. But that's what I'm saying. It's like this. That's what this would have represented for me. You know, in a cool way. I'm just saying. At least I didn't say Machiavellian. I said nihilism. I could have said Schopenhauer. Oh, could we all have a conversation about those guys one day? How's that? That's a whole different world. Like, how would I score some of their writings? That would be a trip, wouldn't it? Like, let's read some stuff from like Schopenhauer, then let me write a piece behind it. Lisa, it was great having you here. Thank you so much. I really pink. That was good, bro. That was good. I love that. Okay, I'm just saying that was really good. You guys did well. That was a good one. Lisa, thank you so much. That was eclectic and abstract, and you did serve it up well. I appreciate it too. So I hope you're doing well. Next up, I do want to tell everybody what happened really quick with the form. Something that 1 a.m. said in the back on in Discord, in the admin chat, and I went, oh, that's probably what happened, is I didn't start the stream from a few days back. And so what happened is that I had to start the stream. The only bummer is that when I started the stream, now all of those donos showed up. And now I've got like 20 some odd donos here I'm hoping to get through here. So it's gonna be a long session for me. So now everything caught up to me and I'm like, ah! So, you know, if you guys are down for a bit of a haul, we're gonna listen to some music today, okay? All right, next up is DJ Tambor, DJ Meister, DJ Dudamus, DJ Stir. What's up, dude? I don't know why I keep doing that to you. I just have no idea. Okay. Excuse me. Am I what? Are you down for a bit of a haul? Yeah, I'm good. I'm, you know, I just took a big shot of NyQuil, and as long as I'm humming and my ears don't come out or don't pop off, I'm going. So, oh, that's the one thing that did happen. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna pull off. Because I restarted the form in order for that to log off. All of the cheesy wheel submissions dipped. I lost those. So yeah, the cheesy wheel got dirshed. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to repost. I'm sorry. So now I'm going to remove the upper post, and SB, if you wouldn't mind, you can put the post back up, but only say cheesy wheel only and no donations, because I got a shit ton right here. So I'm sorry, you guys. That's the only way I knew how to do it was, you know, if at least you can't reset, you have to refresh, and that's what happened. Old man on drugs are okay. So yeah, just go back and post your tracks again. That's all that means. All right, guys, here we go. DJ Tamboriski wants us to listen to a game OST, YS3, originally composed by Miko Iwashiwa. The track that you're going to listen to is a live band arrangement, Overworld theme by a band called Sense of Wonder. The arranger of this track is named Hiroyuki Namba, who is notable for composing one of the first original animations called Dalos back in 1983. All right, guys, here we go. This is from DJ Tambor. The game is YS3. The song is The Boy Who Had Wings. Let's go. All right. Oh my God, listen to that bass. It reminds me of the DX7. For those of you who know what that is. And no, it's not a Matchbox. Oh my God. Loving that. Hello. I always love that sensation when you know that there's synths that are playing these off of MIDI with the combination of the live guitar, you know, behind it. So that rhythm, the guitar on the left. That. The rest of it is all synth, except for that. Sounds like the main theme for any like 70s detective show kind of too, yeah? Oh my God, the MT-32, I forgot about that. That shaker. Oh my God, that short slap back on the kick. God, those reverb tricks in the 80s, man. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. I was going, what song does that sound like? Which one, Amon? The rhythm of the I don't know, something, maybe that was it, I don't know. I like the fact that they like they really took the energy to get some live brass in on top of it. City pop, yeah, very city pop. That guitar tone reminds me of what we talked about last week. The Rockman. Remember the Rockman? We were talking about it. Listen, Tom Schultz from Boston designed it. It has that sound, right? That very nasally. Getting a little sassy with that little horn arrangement back there. Na, 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 na. Tonight on 7 o'clock on KET 13. Be there. That kind of sounds like that, right? Like the ending to the... It was a great track to listen to. Once again, this is one of those things where brings back a lot of nostalgia for a lot of us. This is that era, actually, for me, that represents transitioning out of the 70s and the 80s with, MIDI, the Atari 1040 ST, the DX7s, and the Rolands, and all the things that came out. I recognize without a doubt that little section where the engineer kind of unmuted his, he probably had a couple stems, a couple of chains that were just the, because I'm thinking of the consoles of those time, and there wasn't really a lot of automation going on in the early 80s. So you had to play with the sends, put them on separate channels, and then turn them on where more of the reverb came in during that one little second where I got a gobbly goobly. about the little slap back on the kick. You know, that was very much that 80s vibe and stuff. And yes, this was a big how do you do, Gloria Estefan style. Always good to hear good old music like this. But I do love the fact that the decision of the composer was to at least have live guitar and the brass. The rest of it was all, you know, keyboards and stuff. Yes, sir. Okay, next up is Michael Zen. Michael Zen here on the Dono Quest here. Okay. Hi, Jeeves. This is a requested song from the Estonia metal band Metsatöll. I think we've done something from Metsatöll. This song has two parts. One part, let me get this right. This song has two parts. The first part, which lasts about 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is just vocals and hymn, and like singing, and the heavy metal part after that. Okay. Also, if you want, you can go up this, turn up the subtitles or the captions. Okay, that's good. I'll do that because I like doing that. All right, guys. Mikkelsen wants us to listen to the band Metsatöll. And the name of the song, I ain't going to get this. I'm just not going to get this name here. Kutsar, or, oh, there is an English translation. The Plague Coachman. Okay, man, this comes from Mikkelsen. Let's go. Mikkelsen, are you still here for this? Come on, be here for this. Here we go.
Siin on maa, kus on sündinud rauda. Rabamaatide maa, kes pikalt põllab.
This is when everybody had to be in tune when they swing. There's no autocorrect here. Kind of has a little of that bagpipe vibe, right? Ba, ba, ba. Oh, that bass singer down there. Non-offensive. Yeah, that was a unique opening for this. Wasn't expecting this. Listen to the banging that's going on in the bass, man. That bass player's going after it. Neoclassical flyer there. Drummer's on the crush. I like that. The chugga-ring. Super clean bass playing here. It sounds like one of those harps. I forgot what it's called. You know what I love about listening to music recorded like this? It almost sounds like it's analog. And you know if you know, but there's that movement between the speaker and the mic, and your mic in the cabs. There's this air vibe into it. If you're a geek like me, engineer-wise, you know what I'm talking about. Gut just definitely played fast. I like the lyrics. Absolute, man. Big cymbal work with the drummer there. That was a hell of a freaking journey. The opening minute and a half, you're right, is that kind of tonal presentation. At first, it kind of reminded me of something that one of those bands that I've listened to in the past, like Wonderland, or you know, one of the Nordic bands that do a lot of cultural stuff. You know, they usually will start off with their vocals and add a little something to it as it goes on. I thought it had a little bit of that in the presentation, so that pulled me in. The other thing that pulled me in about that opening presentation is that we, you know, at the very beginning of the stream, we were listening to bagpipes, and this had that texture in the sense that there was a drone that was going on there that had the root and the five, and yet all the other stuff was going there, but they kept it in that little pocket of baritones and bass. So I thought that was really super cool. Once we got into the track, you know, I was reading the lyrics and stuff like that. So obviously the lyrics, there is no rhyming, you know, A, Bing and stuff, but at least I got a good idea of what this was all about. Pretty dark story about a certain era in time. But the things that I was listening to were more engineering on this track. And that would be what Alman and I were just kind of chatting about briefly is mic placement with speakers and stuff like that, trying different speakers and angles and stuff. There's such an art form to it. And it might sound so, you know, if you're not aware of it, if you were standing in front of me while I was positioning a mic and changing it and maybe turning it this way or putting it off to the corner, at that point you'd be able to hear the differences. But those nuances are so finite. It's like a Michelin star engineering move is to get, you know, there's times where I've mic'd cabs like 4x12s, and I put mics on the back out about 1.5 feet just to catch a different kind of vibe coming from the back, you know, completely opposite of where the speakers are going. The bass player was smoking. When the bass came in on that, he was just crushing, but I love the tone of the bass when it chilled out there a little bit. And that harp I was talking about, when I was a kid in elementary school back in the 60s, they would give us, back in the day when there was music in school and they gave a shit about it, we actually had these harps where you would hold down a button and it would mute out the strings but then make a chord, a very pretty chord, and you just strum across it, and then you just change the button, it would change to another chord, so you would just read the chord buttons and we'd play together. It just reminded me of that instrument. That's what I was talking about, that kind of harp vibe there. So, yeah, I don't know what the name of that was, but if anybody remembers it. Auto harp, yes. Yes, auto harp. But I like the track. I was down for it. The NyQuil is doing me justice right now. I'm just saying. Next up is Senor Rui. Senor Rui. Senor Rui. All right. Auto harp. That's what it was. I automatically recognition that when you put that up there. Bruh. Okay. Straight from Rick Beato's personal best of 2025 list. Get Beato'd. Okay, so Senor Rui wants us. How you doing, brother? Senor Rui wants us to listen to what Rick Beato considered of his personal list off best of 2025. So I like that because, you know, Rick Beato's Rick Beato, and he's got a super cool swag way of making his choices and stuff. He's fun to watch. I like watching him. So anyhow, here we go. This is the band Water From Your Eyes. The name of the song is Life Sings. This is coming from Senor Rui. This is coming from Rick Beato too. So we're going to get Beato'd and Senor Rui at the same time. Let's go. I see not a bass.
Go to hell, take the train, generations, learned impatience, some kind of strife in the city.
Oh, this is badass.
One night of life I take with me, hours spent, tick, tick.
Oh, I love the bass arrangement on this.
Six skyscraper, bright-eyed, short-sighted, online, forethought. Cathedrals are built, unbuilt, rebuilt, unwavering guilt. Pools of rain, heavens filled.
This is great.
I'm unfulfilled, I'm in a beautiful place.
Reminds me of Cole, though.
Beautiful place, I need you here right now in this beautiful place.
The drummer Cole and his girlfriend in their band. Yeah, it's kind of like a knower thing. No offense, I mean, it's great. If you can get there, that's insane. Super consistent with the technique with the guitar and the arpeggiation is badass. Nice chord change. Ooh, shifting that around there. I love that. That's great. I'm loving that. Trippy modulation, yeah. But I'd like the sig change too. Sick. Has a little detective-y, sly little section here. Background vocals here. Nice transition. how they're giving us time to rinse in these patterns. So Senorita and Rick Beato were right about this, weren't they? That was a great, great track. I mean, for me to listen to it, knowing that Rick, if this was on his list, I was like, because he looks for these very unique, defined aspects of songwriting and chord changes that are unique that keep raising the level of songwriting to another, level. Yeah, full stop. That is a great track. There was that little nowhere vibe in there. And once again, I'm not comparing, but if you're vibing on the nowhere level for me, then you're hitting on all cylinders +3. And that's when you take these very, excuse me, these very unique choices, not only in time shift, because it seemed like there was a couple breakouts that were like, 2-bar turnarounds and stuff like that. Even 3-bar, as a matter of fact, if I'm trying to remember. So anyhow, great chord change. Love the vocals, but man, there's that one area with background vocals. I was like, okay, that's fire. Musicianship was great. I did hear bass line, but I didn't say bass in the video, so I don't know if that means that one of the guitar players laid the bass over it or something like that. The bass line in the first section was just mental. Everything was great. This was fantastic. It was a great track, Senorita. Thanks for bringing it to us. Badass is what I'm saying. All right, next up is, stand by. Next up we have SB. Hi, SB. Sorry it took so long to get to the thingy because the thingy wasn't thingy and I didn't set the thingy the right thingy way, but now I pressed the button and the thingy work. So, hey, happy Sunday morning here from the future to you, Jeebs and the Kados, an Aussie prog band from Perth, Western Australia for you today. They called it quits this week after 20-year career and released a cover of Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. Oh, that is a great, great song as a parting gift. But I wanted to hear one of my favorites of theirs. Definitely sorry to see them go. Enjoy. But this isn't The Living Years. We're going to have to share that at some other time for sure. That's a great track. Anyhow, SB wants us to listen to the band Chaos Divine. Recently breaking up, I guess, this week. The name of the track is Unspoken. Let's go. What a great sound on these guitars, jeez. Wow, what a great sound on these guitars. Makes such an impact on the riff. I'm getting a little alter bridge out of this. Not in the vocal performance, just the overall vibe. Hey, Potable Water, welcome. Love this. They're giving us the time to get a little emotional. But you hear that little evolving sequence? Arpeggiation, can you hear it? In the back? And it starts to grow. I don't know if that's a guitar doing the arpeggiation or if they use a sequencer, but what a great sound of these guitars. The additional arrangement back there, it kind of sounds not a pad, but some kind of keyboard. Back there. Fat background vocals. Good vocal effects and technique there. Yeah, the arpeggiation is a little more fatter in the mix now. And you can tell it is a guitar. It seems like with a wah pedal. What a great hook. Chicken skin moment there. Yeah, Nacho Man, I fully agree with you on that. If that's how you say your profile name. This is an excellent example of your statement. Okay, full stop. That was an absolute badass track. I can't believe that they've broken up, and this was their tidbit that they left with everybody. You know, sometimes bands get to the point where they just need a break. So I glowed on so many levels on this SB. I think the first thing I definitely jumped on was just the tone of those guitars. Sounded so badass, and it's so important when you're doing riffs like that have a lot of movement in it. Especially if it has intervals, some good intervals that are popping into that riff. And so the musicianship and the tightness of that and the tone of the guitar is phenomenal. The one thing I had mentioned earlier and kind of want to reset into with what I was just talking about earlier, the person that put in the chat, was this excellent complement of rock and metalcore that really takes over. Great techniques and engineering effects with the guitar, with the vocals, as well as the performance, but, you know, taking it, going hard left, hard right, you know, kind of stacking it, maybe in a chain. You know, there's a lot of different ways to stack that off. I mean, obviously you have to have that vocal quality. I thought the hook was really super powerful, like standout, meaning like, you know, when you got to, it reminded me of good, powerful, you know, writing that I liked. That was my favorite, would have been like the Yes kind of vibes. You know, whenever Yes hits you with a hook, they always hit you really hard with a hook. This had that. Also like the fact that it kept me guessing with the arpeggiations and stuff that were going on back there. I couldn't differentiate whether or not it's a musician, a guitar player is just doing an overdub of an arpeggiation and keeping that pattern going, or if there was some synth work back there. I kind of feel like there was some, which is not a thing. Whenever I bring that up, I never bring it up because, oh, there's synth work in there. No, it's where we are in music, and I think that tasteful combo, if that's the case, is what makes it really magical. So, yeah, Shaka-doobies, SB. Boy, came in hot, didn't you? That's what I'm talking about, you know. But it is a bummer, though, to hear that they're breaking up. Hopefully, maybe they'll come back after this track. This track will, but this was 6 years ago, right? Wow. I guess not. Oh, well. Hoping. All right, next Hendembler. Hendler wants us to listen to, let's see, this is a very interesting song that was originally made in 2001, but got more well known when it was used in an anime called Aku no Hana in 2013, where I first heard it. It does some pretty cool things with the time and tempo. This video is of a version they did for the anime and has English lyrics. The original used the Asa-Chang and Junray's voice, but this version has vocals made with vocal cast. They play the song live with percussion, flute, and violin using custom-built tape deck recorder synth thingy that they're doing some looping and stuff on. So this is a video of them doing their thing. So this is from Hendler. How you doing, buddy? The name of the band, or the artist, Asa-Chang and Junray, and the name of the song is Hana. Hana, like Hana Ho. Hana, here we go. Caught me off guard there. I got into a space.
花が咲いたよ。ひどく風に怯えた誰も見たことない花が咲いていたよ。
I don't know why it's giving me some Godzilla vibes. I don't know if I can look at the video with this nitro buzz I got going. Trying to figure which is the principal voice and all that. If it's hers. Oh. For some weird reason in my brain, I got Portal in my head. I don't know why. The video It's like if GLaDOS got a hold of some MDA. Then Cake would be a lie. I like this. This is a nice respite to get the live instruments in there.
花がないだよ花がないだよひどく風に打たれた光を見たことない花がないでだよさっきの風の音よりもっと風の音で音の風が風の音の風よりもっと音の嵐で嵐で嵐でそしたら花がないでいたよ夢などないもう風などない無論もう浮かべるになのにそれなのに花はそれは花は色選び髪を愛し花は闇に愛しそれに焼き闇に泣きなのにそれなのに花は闇になかされて選ばれてたで愛されて光を見たことない花は
Unhinged. That's a great way to express that.
花よ花の茎の心に光が回ってくれるように茎の心の花が風に流されるように流されるように
I don't know why, but for a second there, I heard a little bit of Ren. Not Ren and Stimpy, but Ren the artist. I think it's because of the spoken rhythm.
月の光のようなものが本当の星の光のような闇だったね闇だ月は本当の光よ本当の光よ本当の光よならそれなら闇の波を押し返すな闇の隅をちょっとこうだ花に光よ花に光よ花に光よそれを願ったんだそして花は答えたんだ一度だけ答えたんだ四度だけ答えたんだ
All right, that was trippy.
光はいらね
Oh, thanks.
え水をください
Sorry, GLaDOS. That was a trippy track. I don't have necessarily anything, musically directed placed into it except for the abstract, moving like as you're just moving the BPM knob this way and you're doing this and speeding it up and going back down there, but everything stays, in its tuning kind of a thing. That weird 7-layer cake of tones behind the voice that were staggered a little bit, couple milliseconds forward, couple milliseconds back, to make it sound like it's a group of people talking all at once. And it could have been. But I'm thinking that it was the female voice was the lead and whoever did the engineering, not voice tune, or changed actually well, it's a sense of tuning, but digitized and tuned it and stuff like that. Apparently this has some kind of, lore behind it with the following and stuff. But it was the very beginning, I said, well, it's kind of, the vibes are a little bit of a Godzilla thing. But as it moved forward, for some reason, as soon as my brain sunk into Portal, the video game, I couldn't get it out of my head. So I felt it was like having a conversation with GLaDOS while she was tripping out on, some psilocybin or something like that. I liked it, and I'm sure it has a powerful impact with the fans that enjoy it. That was a trip. That was a trippy track. I call it trippy track. Oh, we have somebody. Trippy track, trippy track, trippy track. I fully enjoyed it. Okay. Who's next up here? Oh my God, we have 19 of these things to go through. Oof. Okay, who knows? I might actually make it. We'll see. Just see how I'm feeling. The NyQuil is doing the reverse, For those of you who take NyQuil, it's going to do one of two things for you. It's going to either knock you the fuckankin out, or it gives you a little bit of a buzz. And right now I'm feeling a little buzzy. Maybe it's all the other stuff I'm eating too. Okay, next up is coming from JMax728. JMax728. Aloha Jeeves dropping by with a very underground death trash groove metal. Yeah, trash? Yeah, death trash groove metal band from France. They're no longer together. They came out with 2 albums only. This one is their first album called Mind Over Matter, and it's the 4th track in the album. They're kind of a Gojira meets Meshuggah. Oh, this will be interesting. They have also toured with Gojira before, which is cool. That's good. That means it makes the genre cut of going on tour. Okay, so this one is called Save Me by the band Mistaken Element. Let's go. Really super tight with the drums, the tom-toms and the chugs. Super tight. I love that very obscure vocal. Yeah. That's badass. This is where I'm hearing the Gojira tribute. Or aspect of your message. That phrase in the solo, what did that sound a little like? Come on, guys, bring it out. Love this when bands do this, man. They give us an opportunity to catch our breath. I actually like the fact that there was a short sustain on that mute, on that. Well, until now. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Sinister. I like that. Bitch. Sorry, I didn't decongest my mute miking thingy. So yeah, all that I said. So that's what I said. No, I'm kidding. And I get that adjacent to Gojira kind of vibe, and I also see where they were opening for them as well. They have that same drive. As a matter of fact, that this track was AAA Gojira level production and everything as well. There was also some parts of it that remind me a little bit of that band Alien Weaponry. Is that what it's called? They're from like New Zealand. It's like Alien Weaponry and Gojira have this tendency to, you know, when they really power in and really leave something behind for us to chew on, is they'll do the chugs, but they have these longer lines melodically. You know, while this is going da 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 da, I can't for nothing da da da. You know, while that's going in there and just kind of jamming off in there. So, but it's hard to believe that they only put out 2 albums, especially with a hit like that. And this is another great example of the band playing in a recording studio. I love that because in my brain, I have to admit at times I get used to the nudge. What's the nudge, everybody? The nudge is you've recorded it, you do it audio into a digital, you know, a DAW, and you just nudge your tracks over just a little bit so everything is exactly super, super tight. And that's nudging. That's not real. That's not human in that capacity. I mean, I'm not going to go there and have arguments with engineers or musicians to do that. It's not my jam. I'm just saying I can really appreciate the human element of the performance that happens there, you know, and it's not so sterile tight, if you would. And that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm talking about. You know if you know. That's what I'm going to say. Nudgy nudge. Okay, next up, Judgment Kazi. Here you are, buddy. Looks like we're going to do some anime, is it? Hey, Jeeves, you asked for eclectic music, so I figured out I'd reach to my repertoire of tracks and pull out a little treat for you. The anime Chainsaw Man revolves around a main character, Denji, who after being beaten down by debt and loan sharks is forced to sell his organs and eventually, hunt devils to pay off his debt. Until one day during the hunt he dies, and in that moment his pet demon chainsaw dog Pucci sacrifices himself, giving Denji his heart. In that moment, the devil incarnate Chainsaw Man is born. Ooh. The rest of the series is about him, his struggles, and his brutally slaying demons with his chainsaw hands as Chainsaw Man. The cool thing about this anime is that every episode had a unique ending with its own unique piece of music made for the anime. This track that we're going to play comes from the end of the 3rd episode, but was so good that they used it later in the anime itself in some action sections, and even during the recent movie where the longer version of the track was used, 70% version. After hearing this today, I wonder what you think. All right, let's do this, guys. This is a really long song. It's 1 minute and 31 seconds. This is Chainsaw Man, and the name of the track is Hawatari Nyoku Sente, or 200 million centimeters long blade. All right. Let's do this for the Judgment to Kazi. Let's go. All right. I don't know if I'm getting chills because my brain just tapped out. Little System of a Down. Ah. That was badass. And you're right. It was eclectic and abstract and all the herky-jerkiness of the arrangements and stuff. Maximum the Hormone? Who said that? Somebody said this was Maximum the Hormone, yeah? That was so freaking badass. First thing I want to say is how chewy is that opening bass? That was like, you know, just getting down on like skirt steak that's been hanging out, smoked for 2 days, you know. But what did happen is after that arrangement opened up and it started pounding in there, I started getting these vibes. I think SB and I, she typed it, I thought it was giving me the System of a Down kind of vibes in certain sections. But then when it got that really super erratic, crazy vibe there, that it just kind of went everywhere like somebody just lit off a series of fireworks with the wrong timing, I actually got these weird little chills. Like it was bizarre. Now I can't tell if it's the drugs that I took earlier for my my flu and stuff are all kicking in, but whatever it did, it took my vibes in my head and just kind of went, you know, not in a way that it was displeasing, but I was just like, oh, that's a trip. That's what music does for you. And then just as I say that, it goes cut, and then you get the little young lady's voice doing that. So, and plus I'm watching the video and in my mind I'm replaying what you said about where this came from and what it meant. But I could see that being chopped up and used in different places, or that track in itself in different places. It was very hooky without even having a hook. I think the dynamics, you know, in the change-ups, in the arrangement, you know, changing the tempo, the tone, stop, all that. I think it was very powerful. As a matter of fact, I'm looking over here. Must be pretty freaking powerful because there's 43 million views of this. So, yes, Judgment Kazi for the win is what I'm saying. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out, too, all day. As well as everybody else. I'm just saying thanks for hanging out today. Let's see. Righteous. It's your turn. Righteous is here. I hope you're still here. Remember, everybody, if you're hanging in the background, you're waiting for your song to be listened to. I think I'm feeling good. I might be able to get through this whole list. If I don't, though, because I still want to get some cheese in here. Remember, I have a YouTube channel. When I'm done with this, I'll export it to YouTube. I do Twitch it. I publish it, but a lot of times Twitch has that copyright strike, which just automatically blanks out songs. And one of my buddies, he's not around today, but he's in charge of the Odyssey or the Odessi. There it is, right there. That link right there that just popped up. That he manages to get there, and that place doesn't strike out music. But it may not go up as faster as the YouTube ones that go up. But nonetheless, we try to do the best we can to make sure you get covered. So if you've got to bail and you miss your thing, you'll at least hear it on the YouTube channel. All right, so this is from Righteous. Did Righteous come on in here? Let me see. I don't know. Righteous. This album really soul changed me. I hope you like my favorite track from it. Okay, it's a very pretty song, he says. That's okay. He says no comment. This is from Magdalena Bay. The name of the song is Killing Me. All right, guys, I guess we're here for some chill. I love the uses of that old style synth, that pad. Wow. Doesn't that have Moog vibes? Yeah, that lead. Vibing with you, set code cat. little turnaround phrases. Ooh, this is nice. I love this. I'm just rinsing. Would it be bad for me to say I'm feeling a little blondie in this? Track, man. I like the shift up in the bass tone in this for this section. Oh, so there's a layering of bass, I think, that's going on there. Nice drum work going on here too. Fully love this track, man. I mean, when you said it's really pretty, you know, I was thinking, okay. I mean, I love listening to all the music, but I really jammed on this track. The engineering was phenomenal. I love the tone of the drums actually in this, even though I didn't say anything towards the end about the playing. I love the sassiness of the voice, or not this, I'm sorry, more of the ambient, ambient ethereal aspect of the voice and the sing. Everything flowed through. I also loved the fact that they weren't shy when the electric piano came in. There was that overjuiced vibrato vibe in the stereo imaging. You know, I remember my uncle's, what was it, the 72 or the 73, I forgot the Rhodes. You know, you had the little knob there to vibe up, because it actually sat on the speakers that had two speakers on it. And for those of you who remember, you know, the electric piano actually sat on its, 2x12s. Or did it? No, not that one. That one didn't. That one was legs. Anyhow, all that being said, there were some nostalgic sounds that were in there that locked me in here. But when was this released? Let me take a zip on here. This was only released a year ago. What a great track. I love the fact, this is that conversation when we talk about AI music and stuff. You can never do this, because somebody's got to do it first. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, there's bands out there and artists and musicians and stuff, AI can only train on the shit that's out there. As long as we continue to put it out, we stay safe. This is what makes me feel safe about, not worrying too much about what's happening with the AI world. Whole different discussion. Don't want to bring it in on this. We can go ham on that some other time, but I'm just saying. Dream pop. That's another great name for what the style is. So that kind of a thing. Yeah, they never will. They will never catch up to our chaos. They'll just end up being a ton of sync licensing tracks out there that'll dilute my already destroyed industry. Whew, good thing I made the money I did when I did, which was only 50 cents, actually, all in. Guys, I'm not even going to stop the stream because I got to go stream for a second. I'm just saying, why even stop the stream? Why even stop the hard drive? I'm just going to stream. I'll be right back. All right, next up is Petrichorus 5. Petrichorus. How are you? By the penny. By the penny. I like that. You got strategy. No message here. This song is called 451. The name of the band is Brand New. So let's go. Oh, I love the little spring reverb on that guitar.
I'm awake, there's no part to play. Drinking Drano, smoking grass. One under the path, what we saw in the woods today. Repeat 60 cycle delay. The TV says it's all in your
Ooh, I love when the bass came in. It gave it some.
Share your bread. We're not separate. Waste your thoughts, waste your time. I live in yours and you in mine. Swallow the pinch, flows from the earth. Soft spot, lightning, ride, my pain is feeling. A million suns won't fill you up. If you can't see the wine flowing over your cup. Last thread dancing, damn the time of feeling.
Oops, nice bass.
Go back to your hole in the woods underground. Wait.
I like the little spicy, little flavor the guitar's playing here.
Clock ticks, though you
I love that.
just sit. She had someone to wrestle with.
I love that
It's
guitar
a
right
small
there.
tooth touch, she comes around and rings your bell. Shows you how you thought you felt. Slowly floss your holy molar.
The plucking pattern here versus the strumming here, beautiful.
Calling my mind and fired up my fear machine. Can't help but they drill into me. Swallow the pitch, flows from the earth. Soft spot, lightning, rock, my pain is peeling. A million suns won't fill you up. If you can't see the wine flowing over your
What really makes this thing roll for me is while we're in the hook here, there's no hi-hat, no cymbals. We're working the toms, you know, the call to action. Listen to the bass man firing those eights. Tasty overdub there, not over the top. You know, there's something about that bass tone that's rumbling at about 750 that is so smooth. I don't know why I'm picking it up in the cans like that, but that one little chord there did make me straighten my spine for a second. Leave it up to the shaker to take it out. Great track, man. What a great back-to-backs with the Buckley track and this. This was a killer track. That whole vibe. I don't know what they call it. Is that, I don't know. It's got a shuffle vibe, doesn't it? And I know that seems to come in. I've always been oddly confused about, kind of nicking the vibes, but it definitely had not shuffle like but that kind of okay, thank you, Texas boogie southern rock thing. Fucking badass the way these guys approach the guitars. Love the arrangements. They took some fun little, like I was saying earlier, we got a pattern happening here. We got some cool chords happening here. Guy added a ninth on a couple. That's me. I identify with the ninths. I don't know, ninths, fourths, seconds. Hello. But that whole vibe, this whole, like you say, this Texas boogie vibe is badass, and they did a great job coming into it, going out of it. Just a kick-ass track. I don't know what else to say about it. But what I will say, just on a techie nerdy note, for some reason when the bass came in, I felt this overwhelming bottom in its tone somewhere, like it's 750, maybe at 1,000 hertz. And it was so cool because everything was defined really well in the mix, had the mids, or in the master output, if you say, it's just very nice, clean. But all of a sudden, when the bass came in, it was just this nice little, oh, I got you, here we go. And it went really wide with the tone. I don't know why it pulled me this way, but it did. I'm just saying. Okay, next up, Josian. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow your ears out, everybody. The final raid boss of Dawn Trail with the song written and performed by Tom Morello. Oh, I know who Tom Morello is. Guitarist of Rage Against the Machine. And Caleb Shomo, vocalist of Beartooth, I'm sorry. Fun fact, after making this song, they gave it to Soken to use in any future point in the game, which means the player character has yet another theme under its belt. Cool, that's a callback on a leitmotif. Character leitmotif. Back again with another recording of a fight from my perspectives, but louder this time has requested. But louder this time, okay. So, yeah, this goes to the request of my group. I kept the announcer and the whole thing all intact. Let's do this, guys. This is from Jack Zero. Jack Zero, is Mom Zero with you? What's going on? Let's listen to this. This is Final Fantasy 14. Name of the track is Everything Burns, especially when you sleep with a hooker. All right, here we go. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I just messed that whole thing up. I'm sorry.
It's the shocking true face of the villainous president, the mighty serpent of yore, the Lindworm!
Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Only one option.
The president must pay for his crimes! Give him what for, champion!
Ooh, shit, this is badass.
Pounding out my chest, the blood boils inside of me. Looking at the walls around me, closing in. I think, what's it gonna
Feeling
be?
a little Linkin Parky
Never had a
vibes,
choice, never let the
which I hope is not offensive to anybody.
Is this the power of the mythical Lindworm?
No stopping, got one option. Light it up. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns.
His arm is slithering out! Oh, that's disgusting!
I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try, everything burns.
This is badass.
Everything burns. Bones are shaking out my
Watch out!
skin. I got
That is one
tendon
cruel
in my
coil.
hands. Moving like a lightning strike. I'm on tonight, so just catch me.
Oh, I
if
can
you
hear a little bit of the gameplay behind
Never
it.
had a
Okay.
choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up.
Another attack evaded with a bomb.
Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go.
Well, I like this trap breakout here.
Pack not here to make friends. Do or die moment. I love it this tense. Who am I taking out? Thinking you're next.
Ooh, nice transition between the vocals into the sidechain effect vocals.
Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning, brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns.
Oh, this is great right here.
His arms are
You know, I call this intervallic dive bombing. Not diving, but 0 octave plus 0 0 back and forth.
Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world.
Hey, Mr. Green, welcome in.
Set go when there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's
flashed onto the champion.
I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns. Everything burns.
There's such a fat layer of guitar work and synth work sandwiched in that line.
The battle is decided. Victory goes to the champion.
Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world
What
watching.
the?
Ready,
Could the
set,
endurance regeneration be out of control?
got one option, light it up. Everything burns.
The limbleword's completely healed. What?
There's that dark, sizzling, fiery vibe in certain sections of the chug that reminds me of the work that the Doom composer does.
Not here to make friends. Do or die
Jake,
moment.
this is actually playing
Who am I taking out? Thinking
in
you're
this scene
next.
in the video game? Or did you put this together?
Is there no limit to its regenerative capacity?
I mean, get zero.
Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns.
Sorry, Jake. No.
Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. Everything
You know what's badass about this is a constructed track by professional songwriters too, you know, and that for me, when I was listening to this, there was kind of a construct to it where I felt like they understood what they were writing for, what they were doing, so they could be maybe a little campier on the lyrics, let's say. To be directly related to the gameplay and the Battle of the Dragon and everything like that. I don't mean campy as in bad, but sometimes when you have, you know, professionals, they're who they are in the world of music, but they are also professional songwriters. They know the impact of hooks and bridges and turnarounds and getting you into a place where you're, you know, hyped about, well, the music in this case, this plays actually behind that. I can't imagine, truthfully, how much sound design is on top of that song. Like, I'm listening to it and it was just fire. I'd be a little pissed off if that was sunk below sound design. I'd be like, I want to hear the track, you know what I'm saying? As far as watching it matched 100%, full stop, you know, the energy. I will say, once again, I want to lean on one more thing really quick, is that the layering of the riff, that was stacked with guitars, and it feels like, I can say, really hardcore, overdriven synth sounds. Because there were some bottom ends to that overfried, like oversaturated. you wouldn't be able to get that saturated tone using, analog saturation. So you're obviously using very thick, dark, pads, to slam behind it and really give you that, also that separation. Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. We've talked about this too. Amon just hit it right in the shin there. Is a lot of times when these are constructed too, and the musicians have a heads up on where all the tone is going to be. Like if you were gonna look at like a Paz analyzer, and without the music, and you're listening to all the explosion and the gameplay and the talking, it'll kind of give you this bandwidth of where most of everything is happening. If I was doing this, and back in the old days, I'd be saying, "Can you feed me that Paz analyzing, that frequency?" So I could see, I'm going to try to stay away from this as much as possible and cover the bottoms and all that. We've talked about that before, but in reverse, making sure you're not colliding with lower, darker sounds. So maybe some of the tracks would be lighter with a little bit more higher of a tone value. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Great track, man. Ta-da, Jexira. Thanks, Dudamus. All right, who is up as next? Silent Sorry, how are you? No video in the album cover is solid black, so don't worry about it, okay? And the name of the song, or the band, is called Tricot. Thank you for spelling that out for me. Phonetically, you spelled that out, so I wouldn't have made that mistake. So this is the band Tricot. The name of the song is Himitsu Secret. So apparently it's just black screen, but this is what we're doing. And thank you, Silent Sorry, for dropping by. I hope you're still here. If not, you know where to catch your video. All right, here we go. I don't know why my brain always goes to the bass. Start analyzing that. Ooh. Sexy. I love the pattern that he's keeping here. It's constant through all the changes. Oh God, that bass. Right in the throat. Whoosh. Nice little break there. You know when I'm bebopping like this, I'm just vibing. Nice line in the melody there. No. There is, can you hear that? If it's a little chorus and not a little phase or something? Oh, nice. Not really noisy, man. It's super musical. You know what happened is they just flipped the pattern. The pattern the guitar player was playing here for the first part of the song is now the bass players. You guys recognize that? I'm glad they're giving this little section a moment for us to kind of go, get into something that's, you know, I can kind of like do a cat scratch to. I love the swimming little backgrounds here. You hear this guitar player as we picked up that bass line? So they switched it off, and I love that. He went an octave up. With a little bit more espace. Wow, I so love that. That was such a great track. And of course, you know, like I said, the second that it opened up, I had to just dive, my brain just goes automatically to the bass. I don't know why. I visualize, you know, the bass player playing that. What's he running it through? Is he coming out of his, you know, going through the head into the pedals, back out, something, whatever the case is, to get the kind of tones that they get, or is he just driving it right through the head? So, I mean, great chord changes and stuff. One of the things that was a standout for me was that pattern that they kept through the whole song, except for the two turnarounds, where I was like, oh, good, give us a little rest. Kind of like lock ourselves into breathing. But that whatever it was that was going on, started off here for the first probably minute and a half with the detuned guitar. Or lower tuned guitar, it sounded like. It didn't sound like it was, you know, a standard tune. And, you know, a little dirty sounding. But then in the middle of the arrangement, they flip it. So the bass player took that arrangement, took it over, and then, you know, all the extra flavoring with the arrangement started to show up. Love the vocal approach on this as well. Very soft and subtle. It was a great compliment to the harsher tones of the guitar and the bass, especially the bass on the bottom. And, yeah, I thought that was badass. A lot of you people were chiming on. I thought that was really super badass. I think some of the more, I think there's such a incredible wealth of talent in Japan's music industry. I got to say, I think a lot of that wealth of talent comes from the culture. And how I say this is lately, I don't know why, but lately I've been watching these videos on YouTube about the Japanese salaryman, you know, and their lifestyle and what it's like. And, you know, of course it's videos just from a few people. Not everybody feels the way that they feel and the kind of life that they have. And it's hard living and it's kind of drab. And, you know, they can find grateful things and little. I kind of feel like after seeing some of those things, some of those videos, and I'll sit there and I'll watch it for like 40 minutes. I'll be going, I just went through a whole day with this guy's story on how he lives, you know, in a shoebox apartment and all that, which I actually, in the minimalist kind of way, I find kind of unique. But when I hear music like this and some of the more eclectic music that is not really woven well, or not represented in this unique capacity in the Western civilization, I think it's a derivative of the culture, anxiety, and stuff that comes out, right? We're all impacted wherever we are about what it is that we're feeling in the culture that we're in, and it'll have those tones in it. In this case, I think Japanese musicians and arrangers and composers of the live music scene of all different types are extraordinarily talented, and I love the fact that they keep pushing, you know, these very unique elements. They want to dive off into these places and give us a little taste of, you know, I don't know, I'm going to compare it to, you know, the tenderness in which sushi chefs put things together, you know what I'm saying? Even in the more discursive or darker sounding tracks, you know, that I've heard on the past here, there seems to be that vibe to it for me. Anyhow, So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. I went on a rant there. Next up, Great Sage Son. What's going on, Great Sage Son? Are you still with us? Hello. If not, you know where to pick up this video on my YouTube channel. A little bit lost a schoolmate this week. Oh, dude, to cancer. I am so sorry, bro. That sucks. I'm sorry. This is a little. Right now, it just kind of hit me because yesterday my ex-wife notified me that an acquaintance of ours committed suicide a couple days ago. So now it just fucking hit me just now. I'm like, oh man. Oh. Anyhow, I am so sorry that your mate passed away from cancer, bro. Rest in peace, Hana, 33 years young with a timeless smile. This song is called Poets of the Fall. Or I'm sorry, the band is Poets of the Fall. The name of the song is Dancing on Broken Glass. All right. Let's go. Let's do this together, Great Sage Son.
This place, a palace of light drawn with shade, of silence and pretense, a token of our trade. And here, you and I lie wreathed in flames, all over a life lived by making up new games of gazes and whispers. I want you to know I still love you, even though we've been dancing on broken glass. Parade all your memories.
Wow, great lyrics.
For the moments we shared never fade.
Feeling a little bit of a Phil Collins-y kind of vibe in the arrangements, and a little bit of a YouTube. This area right here, a little more Phil Collins, and then that turn around a little bit more of the YouTube vibe.
I want you to know I still love you, even though we've been dancing on broken glass. Parade all your memories for the moments we share never fade away. I want you to know I still love you when I walk down the memory lane. When the night swears its love to the stars, there will be
Very
no
well said,
more
Amma.
tears today. Hey, hey. The best of intentions will not see the road paved. The end of illusions who could ever be saved. What's left behind in the storms that we brave, the troubles we find and the chances we wait.
Yeah, this is an intense video.
We're going where dreams really come true, and we won't be held back by our fears. Come hell or high water, we'll trust there's a life for us here this way. I want you to know I still love you, even though we've been dancing on broken glass. Parade all your memories for the moments we share never fade away. I want you to know I still love you when I walk down the memory lane. When the night swears its love to the stars, there will be no more tears today. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, great sage son, man. Sorry that about your friend. It's a heavy thing, you know. The thing about music, though, is sometimes you find a song that through the heavier times could bring the tears of joy. So there's that collision of emotions that's going to happen of loss for those who are alive, because remember, death is for the living. And sometimes we kind of hang on to that, and, you know, every once in a while you got to listen to that song just so that you can bring some of that joy back in, the memories. At my age now, you know, punching 65 soon, I've lost quite a few friends to cancer and other things like suicide and stuff. And, you know, I just can't help but when certain songs do come up, it's like the soundtrack of life of me and Kevin or Deanna or, you know, Shelley and the people that have passed away for me in my story that I sit there and I smile and I miss. I mean, over here, which you guys never see, there's a poster of the movie that I did a few years ago with the director who had a stroke at 49 years old. I mean, I saw him the day before at Thanksgiving, told him he looked a little tired and stuff, and then nobody can find him, and then a day later we all got the hard news. And I still have his handwritten note after I finished scoring the film for him, and I still will go back and listen to some of my tracks that I did with him just so that I can relive the moments that we had, you know, in the studio here while I was scoring, you know, the bit, so, or his film. And so, yeah, music is a very important part of that healing, you know, so, yeah, that's a thing, you know. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Great Sage Son, thank you so much for sharing that journey with us. And that was a beautiful song. I'm sorry, I lost myself in the messaging of the song and just being a part of the song. And I really didn't give it, you know, a reaction, except I think that was an honest reaction. I will say, though, that the 4 on the floor and the playing of the guitars, the way it was played, did give me a lot of the Phil Collins U2 style. But his melodies and stuff were a lot more bolder and a little bit more contemporary. And wasn't, you know, washed in, you know, a certain type of, let's say with U2, they'd use a different reverb setting and they'd play on the pinging of the guitars. And Phil Collins would play off a little bit more of his tom-tom work. But yeah. So yeah, that's that thing. Wait, sorry, I just got a pain here on my side. I don't know why, because I'm getting old. Give me a second here, guys. I got to refresh this. Next up is Tonto Corazon. Tonto Corazon, my friend, I know you're not here. Loves to drop in. It's the time differences. I think he's in Argentina. Anyhow, hope everybody's doing well. Discovered this artist recently and really loved this fusion of merengue and jazz. You know he was always bringing us great live tracks. Merengue is mostly a music for dancing and enjoying good times from the Dominican Republic. Hopefully we can do the same. Let's go. This is the artist Josian Jacob, y el canción, el nombre del nombre. The name of the song is Momboteo. God dang it, I can't read. Here we go. Let's go. This is from Tonto Corazon. Always bringing us the jam here. Probably make us going to do a little bit of boom.
Caminamos pa' los montes. En la radio todo el mundo escuchaba esta canción. Y llegamos a un lugar más allá del horizonte. Había voces que cantaban en el medio del
All live percussion, so badass. I love that.
Pégate mi ching y bailemos el mamboteo. Báilalo conmigo el mamboteo. El mamboteo. Los tambores tienen swing, ven bailemos el mamboteo. Olvídate de todo esto tan bueno. El mamboteo. plasmó. Y bailando descubrimos que ya había caído la noche.
I love this.
Había voces que cantaban en el medio del calor. Pégate mi chin y bailemos el mapoteo. Bailalo conmigo el mapoteo. El mapoteo. Los tambores tienen swing, ven bailemos el mapoteo. Olvídate de todo, esto está bueno. El mapoteo.
I mean, the percussion is smoking, but the bass is keeping us in the along with the kick, yeah. I love the setup for the keyboardist is on the car. The whole thing is badass.
Bailalo conmigo, esto está bueno. El mapoteo. Los tambores tienen swing, ven bailemos el mapoteo. Olvídate de todo, esto está bueno. El mapoteo. El mapoteo. ¡Qué swing! Ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene.
The percussion.
Vamos a presentar a los muchachos. Síganlo ahí. En el tambú. En este caso el tambú. Pero percusión folclórica dominicana tenemos a Moy Silva. Háblalo, Moy.
He did that just to tease us. Pop, 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 pop. It's like resetting the needle there.
Duro el Moy, duro el Moy. Tenemos en el baby bass Darol Méndez. Qué swing.
It's looking good
Tenemos
bass,
la
huh?
guira y en el bombo Otoniel Nicolás.
That's so badass.
Dale otro.
Wow, that's bad right there. Rack-a-da-dack-a-da-dack, rack-a-da-dack-a-da-dack.
Ay, ay, ay. Tan sabrosos los muchachos, ¿verdad? Tenemos la percusión folclórica dominicana, la tambora. En este caso, la tambora. El señor Magic Mejía.
Magic Mejía. Mira, tocar, boludo. Oh, damn. He's crushing.
Sabroso el Magic.
Guira. Guira. Everybody, ready? See if I can hear you. Come on, everybody. Yes, sir. Tonto corazón. Always coming in muy caliente, dude. Thank you so much for that, man. I love that. I love that. I love live music like that. I love also that you bring in a lot of, you're pretty eclectic on your playlist and everything. Motherfucker. I don't know what that was just about. What the hell was that? Holy smokes. Sorry about that. But I couldn't get to the button fast enough to mute it. And that was like one of the worst coughing spasms I've had in a few days. Just out of nowhere, too. Jesus. Wow, that was messed up. I don't know what happened. Something just hit me. I mean, for the last 30 seconds before that, I felt something like under my diaphragm, but so sorry about that. I hope I didn't trip anybody out. You guys know how to come back, but I coughed so freaking hard, I almost passed out over there on the chair. Oof. All right, I'm good. Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm good. Give me a second. Okay. Oof. Oy, that was crazy. No, you did not bring bad luck with you, Mr. Green Dazed. Anybody will tell you here, I've had many little things. I just thought that was bizarre. Maybe that stray mango wanted, yeah, look, stray mango is still right here too. I'm not taking another bite of that stray mango, son of a bitch. Well, I'm going to edit that out of the video, that's for sure. Where am I now? 227. Hang on for a second. You know what, guys? Let me take a look at this really quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jeez. Just when I thought I'd get through it. All right, guys, listen, I've got like 14 of these left, and I got to tell you, after that little coughing fit, I feel like shit right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back on Monday just for a dono, what do I call it? Makeup for this, because whatever I just did coughing, I'm fine. But I got to sit down for a second and just kind of step away. You guys are funny. Patty cakes at 1 a.m. coming in hot. So what I want to let you guys know: Crossface Buffalo, Parka Pal, Hardcore, 99.9, Gently Floating, CNC Freak, Wapada Secorit, It Snows in Australia, Milkwire, Derpy Cat, Caving, Potable Water, and Rotten Soundgarden. I see you here. I got to dip out. That was a bit much for me to recoup from. I thought I was